And coming to you live from his truck is Dalton. He is dealing with some technical difficulties with the wind and trees falling down at your house. What's your situation like, Dalton?
Great. I have half of a probably 60-year-old tree down in my yard right now. Now we're in the house. Crazy out here, so do the best we can.
Oh, and it looks like we lost him. We'll see if he pops back on here, but I'll just kind of go through some of the games from yesterday to start out. Obviously, we just had a big one here with Purdue, or sorry, not Purdue, Wisconsin upsetting Illinois. They continue to be the giant killers. They seem to be unbeatable when they play these big time games against big time opponents, and it's just really impressive to see what they've done and what they continue to do. I'm interested to see how they do in the NCAA tournament. That they could get a weaker opponent and lose early, but if they play some big time teams, they could knock out a 1 seed. If they climb their way up to a 4 seed, that I wouldn't want to see them. I'll just put it that way. When March Madness rolls around, and I don't know if Michigan wants to see them tomorrow. So yesterday we had some exciting games. We'll hit through the Big Ten first, and then we'll kind of roll through some of these other ones throughout the NCAA. If this is one of my favorite times of the year, including March Madness, just seeing so many great high-level games, so many of these mid-majors sprinkled in to make it to the tournament, to see their glory. It's just a beautiful thing, and I truly love to see it. If you ask Rick Morty, as he says it's all the refs, and he said ask Illinois fans, they'll agree with you, and I believe that they will. Illinois was complaining about the refs all game, but my theory is always, and I say this about Purdue as well, when I get into the complain mode, like when it comes down to it, you can't complain because you put yourself in situations to allow the refs to affect the game. Kylan Boswell got a foul in the first 30 seconds of this game, trash talking, that caused him to, be in foul trouble at the end. And there was a lot of things that went into that. But I'll say this, I'm glad Nick Boyd's only in the Big Ten for 1 year because that man is a crazy man. And if he was here for 4 years, we would all absolutely hate him. Yesterday we'll end with Purdue, but we'll start out. Wisconsin beats Washington yesterday in a close game. Just a heck of a basketball game, to be honest with you. But Wisconsin ends up with the victory, and then that allows them to come in today and do what they did. So Wisconsin's on a roll, not a team you probably want to see right now. Ohio State beats Iowa yesterday in a hell of a basketball game. Not sure what Iowa was doing at one point. Completely just looked lost. It was a weird game, and the last shot of that game was somehow not a Bennett Sturts shot, which is unbelievable. I don't know how it's not. It has to be a Bennett Sturts shot, but it wasn't. So Iowa takes that loss there. Really hurts their seeding probably. They had a chance to move up a little bit, but instead Ohio State wins. They go on today to play Michigan in a very, very close game. Michigan looked like completely unengaged. But we'll get to some of today's stuff here shortly. UCLA rolled over Rutgers. Donovan Dent continues to be an unstoppable force. Absolutely incredible what he has been doing. For him to get a triple-double, he's now, I believe, got 63 assists and 3 turnovers in his last 6 games. He's a force to be reckoned with, and I think Michigan State's got to be careful with UCLA because Donovan Dent playing that way is kind of what we all thought UCLA could have been. And they weren't for most of this season, but here recently he's really turned into a star and been absolutely incredible. So Rick Morty says I think I'd be okay seeing Wisconsin on their 4th game in 4 days in the finals. Yeah, that would be a little bit better, but that would mean they beat Illinois. Actually, they would have beat Washington, Illinois, and then Michigan, which would be one hell of a run to a finals to then beat either Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, or UCLA. I mean, would just be absolutely brutal. I remember this too, Rickus, when people clown Purdue. That was the Dent we all expected all year. And then we finally got him, and it turned into, Purdue can't close a game. No, that Donovan Dent was just incredible in that basketball game, and he's been incredible for a while now. So credit to him. I mean, for turning it around. Mick Cronin somehow must have got to him. Maybe he started being nice or something. Who knows? Mick Cronin's a wild card. And then we get into Purdue yesterday. I think that most Purdue fans would agree, and from the stuff I've watched, it's pretty obvious. Purdue fans and other podcasts, that first half was just some of the most beautiful basketball we've seen from Purdue. The defense was elite. The energy was elite. We were aggressive. We were on our toes. Everything was flying around. Braden makes the insane Superman saving assist, steal, whatever you want to call it, combination. Omer Myers should have one-hand slammed that bastard, but he didn't. We'll talk to him about that when we get the chance. But just a great basketball game from Purdue in the first half. Second half, I said it at the end of the first half in the Discord and stuff. Like, it doesn't bother me that we kind of let that slip a little. When you get a lead like that in a tournament setting, when you know you got to play the next night, you kind of take your foot off the gas naturally. And that doesn't really bother me so much. So it was a good game. Should we have played better in the second half? Absolutely. I would have loved to see us just win that game by 30, but you take a win in a tournament setting however you can get it. That's my theory. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to be upset about it. And anytime Purdue gets a victory over a team that we looked, to be honest, 10 days ago like complete bullshit against, for us to come in and win that game handedly, be up 24, whatever it was at halftime, I'll take that all day long. And anybody who wants to complain or make, just be negative, I'm done with that. We're in postseason play. There's no time left to be negative. That's what the regular season's for. We can complain about every single thing that happens. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to show up to every game with an open mind, saying, maybe this team can flip a switch. Maybe you can't tell me that first half version of Purdue against Northwestern yesterday isn't a team that can make a Final Four and make a run. And what I've seen from some of these other teams, Duke almost loses yesterday as we move on to some of these other games outside the Big Ten. Duke almost loses yesterday to Florida State. I mean, very easily could have lost that game. They look like a completely different team without Foster in the lineup. It's just one of those things where I think that Duke's going to have trouble without him. Guard play's kind of always been their issue. And then when you lose that lead guy, it really makes things tough. Boozer's going to have to be superhuman, which I think he can be, but to only beat Florida State, who's not very good by 1 point, Michigan only barely beats Ohio State today. There's just some kinks in the armor of some of these big teams that, a lot of people have talked all year about, at least recently, these top 4 teams have really separated themselves. It's going to be an all 1 seed Final Four. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think the next 12 teams behind those 4 are all Final Four worthy teams. And we haven't had a group that big for a long, long time. And I think you're going to see a lot more upsets than people think you're going to see. And I just can't argue. And if anybody's joining late, Dalton, his tree fell at his house. He tried to hop on in his truck, but just couldn't get it to work. He got booted. So I'm going to try to do this solo. We'll make it a little quicker if I can. And Rickus Morty with some foul language here, but I enjoy it. He said, yeah, I could give 2 fucks less if they covered the fucking spread. That's 2 fucks. And he said fuck twice. So well done, Rickus. I appreciate the language. I'm sure some people don't, and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I don't care about this whole, Sleepers is putting this 1-16 or whatever against the spread. I don't care. First off, the spread opened at 10.5. So outperforming expectations, we did. We did not outperform what the market said as far as people buying in on Purdue. Got to 13.5. That was crazy to me forever to get that high to begin with. But everyone who watched that game knows that was not a 13-point game. That was a 20-point victory all day long. And in Colorado, Illinois did kind of get screwed by the refs. I'm not disagreeing with that. My concern is that Illinois had multiple chances to pull that game away. They went on that run in the first half and had them down 28-13. You let them back in the game. The refs didn't allow a 15-point comeback. The team did. So, yes, we can blame the refs to some degree. They were not good, but this is the Big Ten. I mean, when have the refs been good? I'm tired of talking about it. Like, they're bad every game against every team. There's not a team that gets a favorable whistle because every whistle sucks in this damn league. But yeah, Illinois should have ran away with that game. They had it in the bag. But Nick Boyd, man, and John Blackwell, you don't want to, like they say, guards win in March. I don't know a team in the country that has 2 better guards than those 2 as far as taking over a game. If one's off, the other can take over. And they just beat Purdue and Illinois without Nolan Winter. It's a massive thing. It's crazy to me that's been wild. Yeah, Illinois is eliminated from national title consideration. Good call, Rickus. No team's ever won a title after losing their first conference tournament game. So couldn't happen to a better fan base. And Rickus also says stripes were great, Andrew. Yesterday, we'll get back to the games here. BYU and Houston was an awesome game. AJ DeBonsa is freaking insane. But Houston does pull away with that. There was a moment there where I thought it might not, but they do get the win. Arizona gets the win against UCF pretty handily. UConn beats the dog shit out of Xavier. Was happy to see that. I as much as I dislike UConn, I just want to continue to show how bad that league is. So in the semifinals, beating a team by 30 probably shows a little bit of that. Iowa State beat the brakes off Texas Tech after they were down huge early. I believe it was 21-4 or 5. It was bad, and then they came back and just obliterated them. Ohio State looks like a national title level team. Texas Tech starting to show some kinks without JT Toppin in the lineup. So excited to see what Iowa State can do, because we saw what they did to Purdue. I think that they are as much a one seed as anybody. They went through a tough little stretch there, but I don't want to see them in Purdue's side of the bracket. I'll tell you that much. I don't think anybody from Purdue does. Virginia handles NC State. St. John's handles Providence. It's going to be a St. John's and UConn final over there. Everybody kind of expected that, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah, RIP Toppin. RIP a lot. Like, I think that's going to be a theme this year. I mean, so many big names have gone down throughout the college basketball here in the last month and a half of the season, and it's just been devastating. I hate to see that. I really do. I want to see everybody at full strength and the best players play in March. And a lot of these guys going down late, man, it really changed the landscape of a lot of this stuff. So we'll see how it all plays out. But some of the best players in the country aren't going to be playing in March Madness, and it's just disappointing, to say the least. Speaking of a team that had that happen, North Carolina lost to Clemson, ruined a 9-team parlay for me, only one to miss by 1 point. So that was upsetting, if we're just being honest here. But North Carolina, Caleb Wilson isn't on that team. I could see them as an early one to go out here. USA and Canada tonight, you better I'll be locked in. And don't you even think that I won't be locked in. I'm everything USA. So you can call me Mr. Patriot. You can call me whatever you want, but I love my country, and I will watch. Curling, especially. If curling is on, you better believe I'll be there. That's my thing. Big one yesterday that I think was the least surprising, most shocking thing that happened was Miami losing of Ohio, their first game of the year, to Massachusetts, creating one of the most trying to think of the right word here, but anxious Selection Sundays that I can remember when it comes to that team. If they get left out, my God, that is going to be a complete clusterfuck, especially if Auburn is let in. I think what they do is they put Miami and Auburn, or Miami and Indiana, whoever that bubble team is, in Dayton, and Miami gets the break speed off of them. I've watched enough of their games now. I see nothing with that team that shows me that they could beat high major talent. They just don't have it. So big loss, though. Finally lose. Will they make it in? Let me know what you think. But my guess is yes, they're in the first four in Dayton. Louisville loses to Miami. Louisville continues to be one of the weirdest teams in college basketball. I have no idea what they're doing 99% of the time. Auburn loses, so they continue to make their bubble argument worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just what the bubble is so bad this year. I've really never seen a bubble, like a group of 10 bubble teams, be so dead set on losing every chance that they have. It's actually borderline incredible. And I think we should give some kudos to these teams for trying really hard not to make it in. If they leave Miami out, they do have a reason to go to 72 teams. Yeah, if any year, I think God came down on March on college basketball and said, listen, guys, we're not expanding this tournament. It's the greatest thing I've created in this entire world. So I'm going to make sure the bubble looks as bad as it possibly can. So thank you, God. This is a moment for God here. And, I'm just happy he did what he did because it needed to be done. All right, moving on to today. Like I said, Wisconsin beats Illinois. We kind of already went over that. Wisconsin is dangerous. Dangerous. Very excited to see it, actually. I love Wisconsin. I love their grit. I love those guards. I think that team is just nasty. And they can score it with anybody. For them, it comes down to, can they rebound enough? Can they do the little things? Can they not get in foul trouble? Can they just do what they need to do to get it done? And they did today. In Chicago, I mean, that was a heavy Illinois fan crowd, and Wisconsin didn't care. Nick Boyd's pumping the crowd up. I don't think he knew that they were all Illinois fans, but my God, he tried, and he delivered. Him and Blackwell were special. And those big men they got, man, they just hit timely threes. It's incredible. I just don't get it. But Illinois kind of had some rough situations, but they also kind of choked down the stretch, if we're being completely honest here. Am I happy that they dropped a tree on Dalton's house? It wasn't on his house. It was on his property. So not happy, but at the same time, like, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, Nature does what nature does. And I unfortunately can't control it. If it was me, I would have dropped a tree on my house, because then I would have got a new house and my insurance would have paid me way more than my house is worth. So that would have been fun. But No, not happy about it. Sorry, Dalton, if you're listening. Really wish that wouldn't happen to you because doing this by yourself is way harder. It really is. I have no one to talk to. I'm just talking to Rickus Morty in the chat, which I love you, Rickus, but need more people in the chat. Need more people to help me out here. Doing my best, though. If you don't like it, that's fair. Tomorrow, Dalton will be on. We're going to do one of these every day, kind of in the middle of the day where we go over yesterday's results, early day results, and then kind of forward up to what's going on that evening. So we'll have one every day, and then Selection Sunday, we will have another show, kind of just going over the bracket and everything. So just look forward to those. A lot of stuff going on. I know there's a million things out there for content, but we try to do things at least a little bit differently. And I did quickly want to shout out Boiled Sports. He said something really nice about us on their show last night. So appreciate you, Mr. Sports. Dang, dude. I don't want you out. I just want people in here also with us. I think that's fair. And I think you want them because I think you like to talk to people. Yeah, all you talked about, Michigan barely beats Ohio State, was a horrible game for Michigan. It was ugly. I wasn't sure what they were doing for a while. They did not look engaged. Not sure if this is like a Purdue previous year situation where they kind of just la de da. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. Either way, they're going to be number one seed wherever they want to be. So we'll see how that pans out. They get Wisconsin, so I think that's got to motivate them a little. It's one of their 2 losses all year. That'll be a fun game. Be a fun game to watch. Florida handles Kentucky for the 3rd time this season. Florida, I heard a stat watching this game today. Florida has never led a minute in 3 games against, Kentucky has never led a minute in 3 games against Kentucky. So that's pretty epic. I don't know if Andrew left you. I think when you called him Andrew, I think that bothered him. I think he goes by Andy, and I think you just can't call an Andy Andrew and just get away with it. So that's my thought on that. So St. Louis beats George Washington today. St. Louis continues to roll. Also, shout out Robbie Avila, winning player of the year in that conference. Love to see it. Kareem Olajuwon, whatever you want to call him. Happy for him. Louisiana Tech heads to the finals in the Conference USA Championship, beating Missouri State. Charlotte beat UAB. Prairie View A&M beat Alabama A&M by 20 to head to their title game. And see, I told you Andy was still here. Right there, he's still here. Don't call him Andrew. He hates it. Goodness gracious. Dayton beats St. Bonaventure in another game. So that's what's happened already today. And I will go to current games that are on. Kennesaw State's looking like they're about to beat Sam Houston to go to their Conference USA final. So it will be them versus, who was that other team? Louisiana Tech. How exciting. Couldn't be more excited to watch Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech tomorrow in the Conference USA Championship. Will be incredible. North Texas and Tulsa are in a battle right now in the American, and Toledo is beating the crap out of Massachusetts in the MAC. Tonight we have obviously some cool games. We'll go to the Big Ten. Obviously Purdue's playing Nebraska. Not sure what everybody thinks about this. I think it's hard to beat a team twice, but I also think Purdue absolutely dominated them in that game, and then that was kind of the beginning of the end, where Purdue just started doing weird stuff, missing some wild free throws, couldn't hit a bucket in the second half, somehow still pulls the victory out. This isn't going to be played in Lincoln, however, so I believe Purdue is going to win this game pretty handily. This could be another should be another big Clough and TKR game. You know, they had 33 rebounds in the first matchup. I expect them to dominate again in this one. I do not have a problem with Andrew's mom, only Stacy's mom. She's got it going on. If Andrew's the name his mother gave him, that's fine. His name on here says Andy in Colorado. I don't know what you want me to do here, man. I don't know what you want me to do. It is messed up. Everything's messed up. Okay, Dalton's not here with me. I'm alone. I'm a lone wolf. You know, I don't want to be a lone wolf. I like it better when I have friends. I thought we were friends, Rickus. Yeah, I like it. I like what you're saying there, Andy. I think Purdue wins pretty easily tonight. This feels like kind of like the boys are back. You know, I keep saying here we come on Twitter, and I'm probably annoying people, but it is what it is. I just think Purdue they're out for blood right now, and they got the draw they wanted. You know, now you just got to beat Michigan State or UCLA after Nebraska, and you're in the finals, and who cares what happens at that point? You've locked up a 3 seed. You know, Purdue needs to – this game still matters. Purdue's got to win the game tonight to, I think, lock a 3 seed up. I don't look at anything Lenardi does. He's a terrible bracketologist. He has Purdue as a 4 behind Alabama. I'm like, pretty sure we figured out who is better between those two, and they have the same record, and Purdue has better metrics. But yeah, that makes sense. He's an SEC homer, and that is what it is. But we'll see. I think that Purdue's going to win this game. The big thing to me is, do they employ the same strategy against Purdue? Do they just let us bomb threes? And if they do, can we make them? Because last time we played them, we shot a school record in threes and really didn't make a whole lot of them. Fletcher goes 4 for 17. Need that to be better. I like that, Rickus. That's kind of where I'm at. That's where I was against Northwestern, even Wisconsin. Like, I'm just going into these games like, man, I hope we play well. Like, I hope we do a good job. I hope the boys are ready to go. I hope they're fired up. I hope it's fun. I hope I can be happy when this game ends. And that's where I'm at. I'm going to go into the same thing in March Madness. Like, I don't expect to win any game. I don't expect to lose any game. I expect to enjoy the game. This is the last ride with these guys. And I spent way too long complaining, bitching, crying, talking bad about them, that I'm just here to watch and enjoy. I can't affect the game. I'm just a guy who puts his face in front of a screen and says dumb shit a lot of the time. So I just want to see Purdue show up, play their asses off. And if we win the game, great. If we lose the game and Nebraska shoots lights out from 3, so be it. This team is who it is. I know we got killers on this team, though. I know we got guys who have been there and done that. And that's enough for me. That's enough for me to believe. And I do believe. And I won't be talked into another thing, even if Dalton tries to talk me into being negative sometimes. I won't do it. I try to talk myself into being negative. My son says I'm negative a lot. Just nature of being a man in today's world, I think you got to be a little negative. Getting a little philosophical there. But yeah, I think Purdue's going to win. I think the only thing that can happen to stop Purdue from winning this game is Nebraska goes lights out from 3, and they're definitely capable. Definitely capable. I think Purdue's going to shoot well. I think our big guys are going to dominate. And if I had to pick a guy in this game for Purdue, outside of just what the obvious is, I think this is a good opportunity for, Omer Meyer to continue his legacy. I think that he's made for March. I hate to say like that cliche, but I think that he's made for March, man. I really do think that Omer Meyer has played in high leverage games. He's played in, pro league tournaments. He's played in FIBA. The guy's ready. Like, put the ball in his hands and let the guy cook. And it takes pressure off Braden. It lets Braden play off ball sometimes. And I could just see a big game out of him. And if I'm remembering correctly, this was a pretty bad game shooting wise for everyone. I know CJ didn't have a great shooting game. He missed those free throws. So the guys have to be ready to just come out and dominate this game. And I think they will be. I'm going to hit a couple of these comments. Be pretty dope if Braden drops 15 assists again. Yeah. Yeah, how about 20? How about 20? He's, 32 from the record? How about 33? Crazy, I know, but I think if Braden gets 10 or more in this game, the record's done, because that guarantees him 2 more games, and he ain't missing. And we're not losing first round of the tournament. I don't give a shit what anybody says. We're not. So that's really 3 more games. He's going to break the record. So if he has another good game, I think this game is 1 of 2 for Braden. He either scores 25 or he has like 15 assists. It's all about how they're going to defend him. And in the last game against Nebraska, he got a lot of shot ups. He just didn't make very many. But I think he's in that mindset, especially if we get a decent little lead. He's going to be assist hunting, and I think the boys are knocking him down tonight. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, that's what they do against everyone. I agree. And Rick also says, I think talking about their play on the court is fair. It's when. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, what's the point of getting mental, personal? Like, I mean, God, how sad do you have to be? And I agree. Being critical of their play, being critical. Like, for me, if you're going to be critical of anything or anyone, or even think you want to get personal, do it toward Coach Painter, the coaching staff, the people who are professionally paid. And I know the players are, but they are still student athletes. In my eyes, they're kids. Like, I'm 36 years old. These are kids. Do it to the 48, 50-year-old, 60-year-old that's running the program, that's making the decisions, to who comes into this team, who plays, what minutes, what offense we run, what defense we run. Get mad at those guys, but let's just not be those people, Like, it's okay to criticize play. It is not okay to criticize someone's like want to, their will. And I've done it. I'm not going to say I'm definitely not any sort of saint here, but I've tried very actively in the last month and a half to be better about that. And I think everybody should, because I think it's toxic, not only to the team and to the players and to the community, it's toxic to you. It's very toxic to you as a person. That shit just builds a little black hole inside of you, and it gets bigger and bigger every time you think that solving your sadness can be done through hurting someone else or criticizing someone else that you don't know. Just be God honest, truthful. You don't know them as people. You know them as basketball players, and they're people. Wasn't nice seeing. Wasn't I think you mean wasn't it nice seeing Braden be upbeat? If that's what you meant, then yes, I think Braden has kind of flipped a switch since the Iverson thing, which is weird. With the press, like he's been much more willing to answer questions, and I appreciate that, because that's one thing for me. Like, if you're gonna have a podcast, I love it. Just to be fair, but if you're gonna have one, don't be shitty to the press. Like, I know that the press sucks. It sucks everywhere for everybody with everything, but give them the answers. Answer honestly. Be cool about it, and he has been. So good on him. Yeah, exactly. We've all done it. We've all been negative. We've all been critical, and we've all said things we shouldn't say about people we don't know. But it doesn't feel good in the long run. It feels good at the moment. It's that dopamine hit that we're all after. It's that scroll on TikTok and you see a freaking train run over 4 deer. Then you go outside and you look out in the woods and there's 3 deer standing out there. You're like, damn, why was I so excited to watch that? Those are just deer. They're just regular ass deer. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here. I went a little TKR there. Yeah, Andy says he's glad he keeps himself off Twitter. I highly recommend everybody stay off Twitter. Unless you follow just me. Then I would say do that. Just follow me. That'd be great. Just kidding. All right, later tonight, Seton Hall takes on St. John's. Should be a pretty decent game there. So kind of excited to see that. If you hear yelling in my background, I'm sorry. There's a bunch of kids at my house. Seton Hall, St. John's is going to be a good game. St. John's is going to win, though. I bet them to win pretty handily. You have, in a semifinal of the MEAC, South Carolina State, who is 10-21, against 21-10 Howard. So I expect that 10-21 team to somehow win and somehow make the tournament. It's just what happens sometimes. It's going to happen. Awesome game later, though. Kind of the same time as Purdue, which bothers me, makes me a little sad. Iowa State plays Arizona. That's going to be a hell of a battle. That's a Final Four game. Those are two of the I don't know. I don't like to get too narrow here. 2 of the 10 best teams in the country, without a doubt. And that's going to be a hell of a basketball game. Miami plays Virginia. Could be a potentially good game as well. Ole Miss, Alabama. Sorry, my kid was just screaming bloody murder. No idea what is going on upstairs in my house. So I do have a family, Rick, as you can see. And this has really gone off the tracks, and I apologize for that. Can I say big red flag when Braden is on the bench? The offense seems to stall. Might need Braden playing 40. Yeah, 100% want Braden in 40. And as much as I think DJ is going to work out long term, I can't see DJ playing anymore. He is, every time he comes in the game, the other team goes on a run, and that just gets old quickly. Not a big fan of it. So that either has to get fixed immediately or he can't play. Ole Miss takes on Alabama, should be another good one. Kent State and Akron, good mid-major. Oh, I'm glad you can't hear them, Rick. Sorry about that. I can hear them, and it's obnoxious. So when I get done here, I'm probably going to tell them all to take a hike, and then I will not have a family anymore. I'm just kidding. I love them. Davidson, St. Joseph's, nobody cares. Georgetown faces UConn. That should be an easy one for UConn. 15.5-point favorites in a semifinal. That's how good that league is. Delaware State, North Carolina Central, 8-22 team in another semifinal. So that'll be interesting. Ricka says, if Painter would play him and drop and stop hard hedging DJ, it wouldn't be in play. Yeah, I mean, but he's not going to. Like, DJ has to be in drop. But the problem with DJ and drop is we only ever put DJ in drop when we're playing a team who can punish drop. Like, the teams we should play drop, we don't. The teams we shouldn't play drop, we do. And I'm completely mind blown by it. I do blame Painter for the state of DJ. I blame Painter for every downfall of this team this year. And I think Painter blames himself. That's not I want Painter fired. I'm not stupid. I'm just tired of watching bad decisions be made over and over and repeatedly and not work. And it's happened all year long. And I'm tired of it. Like, change something. Do something better. Be better. Yeah, I haven't either. Fix the batteries. Threw a tree at it. Threw a tree at the fire detector. Finally got it to stop. Have to consider that moving forward. Hard to throw trees, though, if we're being really honest. Other Big Ten game tonight, UCLA plays Michigan State. I think UCLA is going to win this game. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but I really think UCLA wins this game. I think Donovan Dent's playing on another level, and he's going to take this Fears matchup personally. I think there's a world. Sorry, I needed a drink there. There's more talking than I normally do. I'm about done here, though. If I'm being honest with you guys, I have appreciated you guys. A few more games. What do you guys think? Do you think UCLA beats Michigan? Am I crazy? Is that a crazy thing to say? I don't think it's crazy. I think they do. I really do. If I'm being honest. I thought Minnesota was going to be in this game against Michigan State, and I picked Minnesota to win. I don't buy Michigan State. My son says, "We are" is Dalton. He's 10, so his words are not great as far as contractions. But a tree fell at their house, bub, and they don't have internet. And he tried to do it on his phone, and it just didn't work out. That's my guy. Andy in Colorado thinks they're going to win too. Thank you very much. Rickus Morty said, "Is it because some NBA coach told him you can't play drum?" It might be. I don't know. I do think that, and yeah, I agree. That's maybe that's where my brain's at. Really, honestly, Michigan State or UCLA, I don't care. I'll take either one. They both beat us and shouldn't have, but especially UCLA. That game started the whole downfall for Purdue. It's incredible that a game that you lose that you shouldn't have lost. Had we won that game, who knows what this season would have been. But something about that game and the way that we lost it really led to a spiral that we never came out of. And by the time we did kind of come out of it with that Nebraska and Iowa win, it was too late. Michigan already had the league wrapped up. We had 3 losses. We never had a chance after that. Had we won that UCLA game, even if we lose the Illinois game and then beat Indiana, we go into that Michigan game with a chance to tie them if we win. But by the time we got to that game, it didn't matter anymore. And yeah, I want UCLA bad, but I'll take Michigan State as a consolation. Either way, we got to beat Nebraska first, and that's where my brain is. I'm not looking at all ahead. We got to beat Nebraska first. Oh, look who decided, dude. You made me go for 32 minutes and 28 seconds. And then right when I'm almost done with my little thing here, and me and Andy and Rick has just been chit-chatting, you're going to come in here and act like nothing's wrong, sitting in the same spot as always.
Yeah, I really enjoy not having power and living like an Amish guy and just 85-mile-an-hour winds at all times.
Nuts. Piece of my fence blew down.
Yeah, half a tree split. It's a rough day out there. Looks like the chat's keeping you busy though.
Well, me and Rick, we've been talking. It's been, we were clashing like we do, but Andy in Colorado cracked me up that Greg made fun of my take that Purdue had to go. Oh yeah, for sure. He made fun of everybody in the Discord. Like, nobody's gonna go 18-2, 19-1. We're like, well, we didn't think it was Michigan necessarily, but hell yes, somebody is. This league is deep, and the top is insane. Let me run through these last few games, and then we'll pop back over to normal chat here and kind of go over what your thoughts were on the Purdue stuff. UCLA, Michigan State, we just went through. Kind of a sneaky good game late tonight. Cal State, Northridge, UC Irvine could be a good one. Clemson and Duke. Duke, like I said, just about lost to NC State last night, or Florida State. So
Florida State.
They look very different without their point guard. And I don't think Duke's Final Four team anymore, if you want my honest opinion. Kansas and Houston play, another great game. Man, there's some damn good games. Just highlighting some of the best ones here. Obviously, Purdue, Nebraska, Iowa State, Arizona, Miami, Virginia, like Duke, Clemson, Kansas, Houston, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I mean, there are some damn good games today. I love championship week. It's one of my favorites. So a lot to watch tonight. But obviously the Big Ten games are kind of our focus. What are your thoughts on Purdue's game yesterday, Dalton?
Didn't get to watch a whole lot of it, but from what I was able to watch, looked really good. I mean, defense was tough. I mean, that's what really set the tone in the first half, I thought, was our defensive. It just looked like a different team, more intense to me. It looked like we came out ready to punch them in the mouth. Clough is the cornerstone. He is the Grady Eifert glue guy piece this year. And I'm surprised, me as a huge Clough fan, it took me this long to put that together that he is the glue guy.
Yeah.
He makes Purdue tick.
And not even always like on the stat sheet. Like he's I don't know what the hell Rickus is talking about.
It's
But
right here, dude.
oh
Cox.
yeah, okay. I got you.
I got my sister gets me the exponent whenever they have they had a CJ Cox full page, and then I got the Braden and TKR and Fletcher one, and then I got the Houston. We have a problem, but it fell down. Honestly, that's a TV behind my head. Just doesn't get used because I used to produce music and now I don't. So
Yeah, you know what you need to do is turn it into one of those digital picture frames, and we need to find who Rickus Morty really is, and we need to get all of his like social media pictures and just screen them across there throughout every episode. Um, that's what I want to do. Yeah, Rickus was calling Andy in Colorado Andrew earlier. I kept telling him stop calling him Andrew. He doesn't go by that, and he stopped talking. Andy stopped talking to him, and then Rickus is like, "Oh, that was his mother's name. You hate his mom." Um,
wow.
yeah, so that's where this episode started. And
So do you hate his mom?
No, I said I only hate Stacy's mom because she's got it going on. But I don't hate his mom. But the man likes his name to be Andy. And I'm sorry, Andy, if I'm misrepresenting you, but that's what you said too. So
Purdue is 1-16 against the spread in their last 17 Big Ten tournament games.
Yeah, we already went over that. Fucking Greg Waddell's like path he's on right now is like Purdue can't cover the spread, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I don't know why you guys are still watching him. I don't know, man. That stuff they were doing in the bar was the most cornballish shit I've ever seen.
Except when Braggs came on.
See, Joe Jackson is the only reason I watch bits. I'm sorry.
The only reason I watch it is Joe and Braggs. I love Braggs. So
Yeah,
much.
I love watching Joe. I mean, I'm probably not making any friends here. There's a lot of Sleepers fans, but that shit was cheesy what they were doing. Like when they put their heads together, I really thought they were gonna kiss, him and Carter. Like when they were acting out the
the Boswell.
Illinois, yeah, Boswell thing. I thought there was a kiss coming, dude. Oh, we lost 3 on me talking about
this is what Riga said earlier. Yeah, I could give 2 fucks less if they covered the fucking spread. that's true.
I don't usually bet spreads anyways, so that's fair.
Riga said I watched Joe back when he was with Aiden doing Feed the Post. That was when I got introduced to Joe, and then Boilers in the Stands these guys weren't on it that are on it now, but yeah. Well, I listen. Okay, Braggs doesn't talk too much. Braggs is the man. I watch his Bears stuff too. I wouldn't say Craig's soft. I'd say Craig is a guy who always. I mean, I love what they do, so I'm not going to hate on him. I just think Craig always has like the positive Purdue perspective. You know, he doesn't want to say something wrong, and that's obviously not what we do. So.
Don't get those creds pulled. You might lose your creds.
Yeah.
Nick Boyd is an absolute baller, by the way. I mean.
Yeah, did you get a chance to watch any of that game?
I did watch a little bit of the first half before I left work. I had it on the TV as we were loading some trucks today. But I don't know. Our chat is, I mean, Rickest, Andy is Wisconsin's, what is it? It's the backcourt, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I always mix those up. Is Wisconsin's backcourt good enough to carry them very far in the tournament, the real tournament?
Well, that's what they say, though, right? Guards win in March, and they got the best backcourt I can think of.
Man.
Does anyone have a better backcourt than Boyd and Blackwell? I mean, they put up, what, 60 today? They had 57 yesterday?
Yeah, and in a loss, so.
What? In a loss?
Did they end up beating Illinois?
Wisconsin beat Illinois.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the end.
Oh, you haven't even seen that yet?
I've been without power, dude.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and Wisconsin beat Illinois in overtime.
I don't have good service here, so I can't pull anything up on my phone. My internet just came back on, so I'm sorry. I'm behind the times, folks.
Yeah, Boyd and Blackwell. I think they both had 30.
Boyd had 38. I
Yeah,
just saw.
they were nuts, dude.
That's
And they just couldn't stop them.
that was
And
my question. Is they were down like 13, 14 at
they were
one
down
point?
28-13 after
Yeah,
being up 10-5. It was 10-5, Wisconsin. Then it was 20. They went on a 23-3 run,
20-3, yeah, or something crazy.
and then Wisconsin just kind of chipped away, got it down to pretty. I think it was 1 point game at halftime. Went on a crazy run because it was 28-10 or 13, and then it was 28-24. It was one of those games. Run, run, run. Yeah, Illinois missed some big free throws down the stretch. There were some questionably bad calls against Illinois, but like I said, when you're up 28-13 and you let them back in, it's on you, homie.
I mean, we did it
We do
against
it. We didn't get it. We do it.
Nebraska.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
What
Wisconsin.
is the expectation tonight? I'm late to the party. You probably already went over this, but like, what does everyone think about tonight? Like, well, I
So
don't know.
what
I
we
think it's danger zone, dude.
what we talked about, and it I think kind of agreed upon, was we're gonna try to not have expectation in this game. Like
Okay.
because honestly, like we've went into every Big Ten tournament for what 6 years saying who gives a shit? It's a Big Ten tournament. This is gonna be the first time I'm gonna go into it like hoping we win it, but like also like I don't. If we win, if we lose, I don't care. I just play well, and we should
I
win.
think this one
Play hard.
pushes us to the 3 line though.
That's this game is important for that reason.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking of is like, and yesterday when I was at the Pacers game, bro, I sat one section over from where we watched Michigan just absolutely put belt to ass last year.
Oh
I was
God.
looking at our seats and I was like, man, I saw some bad things there.
Yeah, Andy says no expectations per se, but thinks Purdue is winning. Yeah, we talked about that. We all thought Purdue should win. I mean, this is a matchup. Like, you got to think Purdue had them down 24 in the first half and just completely like went ice cold from the line from three, like just sucked. And that was in Lincoln, and we still won the game. My thought is like,
Yeah.
remember that was a game that TKR and Club had 33 rebounds between them.
Yeah. They went ham. We did
Fletcher
get
went.
rinked. We got Mass in foul trouble that game.
Well, yeah, but I think about the threes. I mean, Fletcher goes 4 for 17 from three. Remember that was the first game I started tracking our open threes.
Oh yeah, it
And
was.
yeah, and I don't know. I think like my biggest takeaway was like for tonight is I think Omer's gonna have a big game. I think Omer's gotten so much better in the last month, like comfortability wise. I
Yeah.
just think he's that. Oh God, he's back with Andrew. If they
Maybe
lose
you could
Andrew,
maybe you could stop talking about his feet, dude. That really weirded me out and I almost unfollowed you.
dude, handsome feet.
I almost had to unfollow you, dude, when I saw that. Don't no feet, dude.
You love feet,
That's what weirdos do.
bro. You get on my boat, bro. We see feet all the time on the boat.
Yeah, but I don't point them out and I don't like to look at them and I don't want them close to me necessarily. I'm
I
not.
agree with this. Yeah, that was the game. Everybody was missing free throws at the end. That like our best free throw shooters. But yeah,
Andrew.
no, 51 minutes till tip off. So it's going to tip off a little late. But man, should
So
be a good game.
we're in basketball purgatory right now. Is there any games going on right now?
A couple, but nothing that's cool. Like this, and then the Arizona Iowa State game starts at
We
7.
got Tulsa barely out in front of North Texas. With North Texas playing in that, we should probably pay attention to that. Vandy up 1 on Tennessee. I mean, that's the battle of the teams that are not
It
as
should
good
have
as.
been. It should have,
Yeah,
could have, would
no,
have
I
been.
mean it's just people make them out to be better than they really are.
Yeah.
St. John's running that. I think St. John's is a team to F with in March Madness coming up, bro.
Athletic.
I
big,
don't
fast.
think you want to see them. I don't think you want to see St. John's.
I don't know, dude.
I-
After I watched them play that game against UConn, where they what they missed it like 26 straight shots or something. I can never.
Yeah,
respect
but
a
they
team.
are that they're that team, bro.
Yeah.
But also they got Ejiofor who can go get a bucket anytime he wants. If he wants a bucket, he could go get it. I just don't know why he hasn't figured that out yet. Ole Miss, Alabama. That may be a better game than a 2-15 matchup.
Yeah. Ole Miss, Alabama is.
How is Lenardi? Why is Lenardi putting Alabama ahead of us?
I already talked about that.
What realm?
Okay, so we only beat them at their place. We have the same record and better metrics, and a better strength of schedule, and a better wins above bubble. It's because he loves the SEC, bro. We all know this. He's a terrible bracketologist.
Arkansas or Oklahoma tonight?
Arkansas. Another team I don't want to see in March because they have Darius Acuff, and he is unbelievable.
Is this the Mountain West Championship, Nevada, Utah State?
No title games tonight.
None?
No.
All right.
There'll be a shitload tomorrow.
What do you have going on that's so important that you can't go watch a little good old high school regional, dude? Freaking
Tomorrow?
backed out on me. Backed out on me.
What time is it?
Rickus, you hear that?
What time is it?
I invited him earlier this week, way earlier. It wasn't like a late invite. It was like, hey, dude, go into this regional.
I'll go. What time?
Watch Homestead. It's at 4:00.
How
we will. Double D's will be in Logansport for all 3 people listening right now.
How are we gonna do that?
What do you mean?
How are we gonna do a podcast tomorrow? I already told the people we were gonna do a podcast tomorrow.
Go early.
Go early or go hungry. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean,
go late and do a daybreak at 11:00 at night.
Probably could. Hold on a second. I want to get to this. Painter said last night in the presser he thought Purdue was a 4 seed. Yeah, well, Painter doesn't fucking know. He doesn't pay attention to this stuff.
Me?
Yeah. I know. I mean, who's playing?
It is. Let's see. Homestead is playing. I know that. I'm just going to watch my boss's kid.
4:00. I probably can do 4:00.
It's in Logansport, man. It's like 5 minutes.
It just depends. Like Jameson's got a school project we have to get done.
So Jameson's ruining my life again, dude.
Welcome to the show.
I'm tired of this kid.
Welcome to the show. Wait, you live in Wabash, Andy? Oh, your dad. Yeah, I remember talking about
It's Harrison. It's they're playing Harrison. I don't even know. Oh, Lafayette Harrison.
They were always good at golf when I was in high school. That's the only reason I know them.
Yeah. Let's see what their record was. We do a little high school balling. Gotta watch the youngins. They were 18-8 this year. They're pretty good. They beat Kokomo on 3-7. Oh, they beat Kokomo.
Is that good?
I mean, I don't know. Been through Logan on. Dad grew up in Wabash. Yeah, Wabash is pretty tore up today, Andy. The wind out here is something crazy, brother. Power lines down, trees down. It's nuts. Well, you got anything else since I jumped in 40 minutes late?
No, I apologize for everybody who had to listen to me talk for 30 straight minutes. That had to be brutal.
I'm sorry to you, too.
That's tough.
It really must have been a bad show, and please don't unsubscribe.
Whoa. I guess let's just real quick end with like score predictions. Who we think is going to be the player of the game for Purdue? Oh, hey, they were talking about the earlier. I said, well, they said, what happened to the fire alarm? I said, I threw a tree at it.
It's back.
It's back, guys. You're welcome. If you've made it this far, you're welcome. Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun. What do you think the score is going to be? Who do you think is going to be our best player tonight?
Man. That's tough. I think knowing the statistics that everyone knows now, they go at Clough to try to get him under 30 minutes tonight. I think Rink Mass goes at Clough. I think they don't shoot as many threes. They try to pound it inside, get Clough in foul trouble. I think Braden is our player of the game. I think we're into March Braden, senior year March Braden, and I think he does it again. He has a Braden stat line of 3 points, 22 assists, and 6 rebounds.
Yeah, that would be nice. I will say Purdue wins this game 86, 86 to 71. Player of the game is going to be Omer Mayer. I don't know, I have this feeling, dude, that he's going to be great tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I am crazy, I'm sure. But
Bro, he's gonna.
I think TKR is
My
honestly going
my
to be
thinking
crazy.
is Omer will have probably Hoiberg on him, and Hoiberg is their best defender.
Oh,
Easily
no, he's
their
definitely
best.
their best defender. I'm saying I don't know that he's going to be on. He'll be on Braden.
Yeah, but sometimes Omer comes in, Braden goes out.
Yeah.
Then who's guarding Omer?
Probably Jamarcus Lawrence.
Jamarcus.
I don't know. I just have a feeling. If I had to really pick, like put money on it, I would say TKR probably is going to be the best player in this game. He was dominant in the first game. We didn't score a lot, but I think he's been more aggressive going to the basket. So I could see it.
I'm getting sun raid right now.
I can see that. Who you got? Last thing here. Who you got in UCLA, Michigan State tonight? We had that talk earlier.
Michigan State.
Ooh, see, I took you. Me and Andy took UCLA.
It's Izzo March, baby.
Nah, dude, Donovan Dent is on a tear. Triple-double yesterday.
He's gonna get kicked in the nuts.
He is too. And that's really going to be a tough scene. It's going to be a really tough
what point did Rickus say he was unsubbing?
I don't know.
At what point did you say that? It better not have been when I was talking, dude, because that's ridiculous.
It was when you beeped, I think.
Oh, well.
That's part of the program.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the show, man. You know, everybody has their gimmicks, you know, whiteboards, hanging out in bars for their shows, whatever. Ours is a smoke detector alarm.
Ale Boiler Dowd has the whiskey glass before it shows.
Oh, yeah, but that's not a gimmick. You know, Boiler Dowd is the man. He's an OG gangster.
Yeah, I can't believe I was telling him last night he needed to monetize. He's like, he said they've never monetized. I'm like, what?
Does he hate money?
That's what I said. I'm like, dude, you have like 300-400 people watching live. Like, all you have to do is throw on the super chat button. Like, and everyone that watches him are mostly old dudes that have money. Anyway,
see, we never beef, dude.
Dude, you ain't Arby's. You ain't got no beef.
Me and Rick.
All right, guys. Thanks, Dalton, for jumping in late and missing out on all the party.
Yeah, sorry about my existence. I really enjoy it right now.
Boilers need to go get a win. Let's get a win.
Here we go.
Oh, don't get going. Because that's a bad place to be, Rick. If you're in a bar, you're probably drinking, and if you're drinking, you're probably a degenerate loser like me. So.
Now Rickus, I've told you I don't get along with sleepers, man. I don't like them. I'm not telling anyone not to watch them. If you enjoy them, please watch them. If it keeps you on this planet and happy, then by all means. Me and Carter will never ever be friends. Ever.
Yeah, I love sleepers. You know this, but the only thing I've ever hated was like the amount of Purdue people that watch two people that actively root against Purdue.
See, I don't drink either, bro. That's why I don't like bars. I'm not necessarily opposed to them, but you won't catch me doing a show in a bar.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun to watch. They're funny guys. They're not Purdue fans. I think Purdue fans forget that. Like they act like they are during Purdue stuff, but they're not Purdue fans. And
that's their biggest following. That's why they clean.
Yeah, they didn't like. I watched them when they were early on, before they did all the shit that they do, recaps and everything. They did not like Purdue. They still don't like Purdue. Purdue just pays their bills.
Shout out to Chris Kramer, by the way.
Shout out to Chris Kramer. For
no
reason, Chris Kramer.
Let's get it, Boiler Ball. Bring that same fire and intensity. Friend of the show, Chris Kramer.
Friend of the show, Isaac Haas, Chris Kramer.
Yeah.
Not friend of the show, another Isaac. But We'll
Oh,
move on. No, I'm just kidding.
reopen the Denver Tavern. Who is this?
Who is harvesting heralds?
Dude, how do you know about the DT, bro?
Who are you?
Who is this person?
Oh goodness, we got a
I'm
random,
interested. You can't
random
shut this down now, dude. We
harvesting
got
heralds.
a
We need an identification, please.
we got a Denver Tavern quote. That is insane. You
That's
know too
pretty,
much.
dude. That would be sick to run this from the
I
Denver
don't.
Tavern.
They're actually rebuilding it right now.
Oh really?
Yeah. The original owners, Woody and Carlene's daughters,
Double
are
D's coming to you live from the Hangar 18.
Oh no. Called nickel plate, dude.
Nickel Plate Trail. Club
I would
14. I would do Club 14. I usually don't
oh man.
comment, but always. Oh, look, is this a fucking riddle?
Oh, then now that we're playing games, I don't enjoy this. Are you
Always
watching me
was.
right now?
Yo, has to be someone that we know.
In the Denver Tavern. That is
And they have a tractor.
wow. Well, probably
Yeah.
somebody we know.
Well, I
Well, we
appreciate you
appreciate
watching.
you watching. Yeah.
There we go. See,
Yeah.
we
We
have the same
do.
brain. I'm looking them up. Harvesting. Sorry, anybody who's watching this at this point. Wife's family is
Wife's-
from Denver, and I grew up in Akron.
Okay.
But
I
do you
got
know us, Harvesting Heralds? He has
Man,
467 subscribers.
maybe he had a run in.
He does farm
Who-
videos.
LeBron James. LeBron
Who's
James.
LeBron James.
That's
All
funny.
right, Harvesting Heralds. I don't know who you are.
You get 5 points for that DT comment.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
giving
he does
out
tractor
points.
pulls. That's why he knows.
Sweet. Hey, probably do you do the Denver tractor pull? We're getting way off of basketball here, but this is our channel and we do what we want.
That's big facts, and if you don't like it, that's fine. The next episode probably won't be this rap.
Yeah, it might. We're in
Might though.
March.
Yeah, it's March. We're gonna do what we want. We don't.
Man, we got to go back to doing 2 a week shows soon.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy.
I have to start talking about golf again.
Golf.
Golf and the
I've been
Cubs.
watching a little bit, man. I was watching what the Players was that?
Players is going on right
Yeah.
now. Yep. Yeah.
cool.
We're less than a month away from the Masters, which is it is what it is. We also got the Olympics this year, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, the NBA is luckily still going on a little bit, so I'll
Yeah,
have
baseball's
something to
about to
talk
start. Track and field. No, I'm just kidding.
Savor this time of year, folks. Savor it with all your heart.
Yeah, we don't have much left. Okay.
Until
Well,
the sad
Harvesting
part.
Heralds will not reveal himself to me.
That's all
I
right,
assume we
maybe-
actually don't know him, but hey, man, I appreciate you watching. Didn't know you watched them all like that. That's awesome.
We also appreciate you, LeBron James, for watching.
Yeah,
USA versus Canada.
yeah, they're playing in the World Classic baseball.
Oh, baseball. I might watch that.
Might keep an eye on it. I think
Yeah.
Tiger is playing in the match. Yeah, they asked him that question if he was going to, or if he was out, and he basically said, "No, I'm not out. Like it's possible." I don't know that he plays, and if he does, I don't think he's going to be competitive.
This is like when Jordan came back for the Wizards, bro.
Well, like in golf, the thing about the Masters, when you win the Masters, you get to play forever. Like you're exempt forever. So some of these guys will play until they're 70. They have no chance, but they get to play. I hate that because it's taking away from someone who is probably young and trying to make it and
You're
could have the
also
opportunity.
tarnishing your reputation by shooting 18 over.
No, not in the Masters.
Yeah.
The Masters is all about legacy,
Oh,
not about what.
There it is. Oh, we got a reveal. I'm not
Jason
gonna post.
Harold.
Don't post that. Don't say that.
Yasin Zaro.
Yeah, we got you, brother. Hey, we're from the region, and you ever run into us, say what's up, dude. For sure. We love running into people that we meet on the show. So, all right, dude. It's 6 o'clock. Let's
Yeah.
get game ready.
Hey, let's go win a game tonight. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go beat some ass. Let's handle some business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boiler up, yo.
Appreciate
We'll,
Rickus and Andy and
Andy, everybody.
and Mr. Harvest. Feel free to get in the comments more harvesting if you do watch when we're live. We love it. Helps our show. It helps it.
Yep. Love the chats, boys. All right, see y'all. Boiler up.
Boiler
Let's
up.
go.
We'll
See you
talk to
tomorrow.
Bye.
Later.
Missed that.